y'all? Welcome back to another installment of the JJL Sports Talk. I know we had another episode yesterday that came out. It came out, I think, 4 or 5 o'clock yesterday. Me and Kyle were on. Comments were booming. I'm waiting for Common to get in. If you don't know, Common, he's a part of the Sports Empire Network. He's an OG in the network. Great guy to talk to. Let's get the chat booming. So just to kill time, I sent him the link. I'm just waiting for him to come in. What's going on, Keith? What's going on? Just waiting for the OG to hop in the chat. But if you want to say how y'all doing, I'm doing great. Comment has been, been messaging me. He's been dying to get on the show. He's been supporting the show since I met him and since he's been a part of the as Gene called it the JJL experience. We're just waiting on him to come in. I know we are in the gist of the Eastern Conference Finals. I know the Celtics play tonight against the Miami Heat. I know it was an awesome game one last night against Lakers and Nuggets. We're just chilling. Hop in the comments just to kill time. I can answer some questions about until he gets in here. Usually comments on time, man. But just waiting on. Yeah, like we all know Khan, man. He takes his time. Yeah, that's true. Well, he said he was he was online and he put offline. He's been offline for like 16 minutes. 16 minutes. So we'll see. But let's just hop in the comments, Key. People in the Sports Empire Network, hop in the chat and kill some time. I can answer some questions for y'all. Any comments, topics, just so you can get in here. Yeah. So Key asked me, what did you think about Lakers' performance? I thought we did pretty good. I know Denver got it to a hot start. Jokic had like 10 boards in the first quarter. And then he had that I would say lucky three to end the second half or the first half. We did pretty good. I there was a time where it was like a 3-point game. I think Darvin Ham should start Rory Hachimura to relieve the pressure off of AD, because when Rory's in the starting rotation, like AD can help on the pick and roll defense on defense and then get out on the fast break. AD had a good game. He had 40 points and like 12 boards. LeBron had like 26. He had a couple turnovers. But overall, I'm not as mad at our performance. I know we're going to come out strong in game 2. It was a back and forth game in the third and fourth quarter. So it's like AR-15 went off, hit some clutch shots. I'm excited. I'm excited for game 2. I think Lakers. I'd say if the Denver gives up a lead, we can definitely come back and take game 2. Because Denver, I don't trust like their second team. I know like Kyle says, Uncle Gene, or I'm sorry, Uncle Uncle Jeff on the second team. I know Bruce Brown's there. I don't know. When Joker's on the bench, it kind of gives us ample time to like, you know, get down in the post. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, overall, we did pretty good. We did pretty good. Kyle said Gene living Gene living rent free in my head, man. I mean, not funny, man. Hey, go, Kyle. Are you home, man? Get on the live, brother. Like, stop hiding behind the camera, yo. He might not even get on because I sent him the link. He said he was gonna get on, so that's funny. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a fun series. It's gonna be a fun series. I think it goes a distance, like Brett and Carl have said, and I think Dylan said that that these Eastern Conference series, you want them to go the distance, like maybe 6 games, 7 games. Like you never want to see a sweep in the Eastern Conference. You always want to have the series extended. So. But it is so get the comments booming, so we can just kill time before the comment gets here. But Kyle, if you're still watching, what are your thoughts on your team tonight? Like, what are the keys of victory for the Celtics to beat the Heat in Game 1? Yeah, and if y'all haven't, come to this. Definitely subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Follow your boy Big J. I'm on Twitch right now too, so definitely give your boy a follow on Twitch. Subscribe to the channel since I'm affiliate now on Twitch. So definitely, but if you're on YouTube, definitely follow your boy on there. Subscribe and hit the post notification so you know when I go live. Yeah. I always post that good content with my boy Kyle. Okay. Yeah, let me send you a link. I think it's. I think that might work, but yeah, I might just send comment another invite, another email. Yeah, we're waiting for Kyle to come in. Hope y'all are doing good. I know Harden is planning on declining his contract and opting to be a free agent. I know some Philly fans are kind of Some are kind of like what? Some are kind of like they're excited. He says he wants to play for the Rockets, but he wants to play for like a championship winning team. So I don't know how the hell he's gonna play for the Rockets when they're on a rebuild. What's going on, Kyle?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for
Yeah, like I said, I
comments.
can come on for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm struggling over here, man. I'm struggling, man.
I mean,
I thought he's gonna be on time, man.
no,
But
that's cool. I mean, look, until he comes on, and until I got to get out of here. But I know you asked
yeah,
about the Celtics, so I could, I guess,
yeah,
at least get that conversation going. So, what I'm interested to see with the game tonight is, you know, with Tatum kind of overcoming the struggles he had against Philly in the fourth quarter of Game 6 and Game 7. Obviously, want to see him continue with that Game 1 against Miami because we know with Miami they want to keep it low scoring. They want to keep it close in the fourth quarter to give Jimmy Butler a chance to take over and steal a win. Because I mean, in this case, with Celtics being a 2 seed, Heat being the 8 seed, people are going to look at it as stealing one of the 2 games in Boston. I think with the Celtics, ball movement, man movement, the way that they play connected defensively, if they can keep that up over the course of this series, I think they beat the Heat probably convincingly. If they get away from that, get into the bad habits of forcing shots offensively and defensively having lapses, this series probably gets extended out. And the longer you keep Miami in this series, the more confident they become and the better chance they have of upsetting the Celtics. So I think the Celtics in 6 because I have that much respect for the Heat and what Spoelstra's done down there and for what Jimmy Butler is able to do in the playoffs. But I do think the Celtics are the much better team. It's just going to be about them being consistent with their execution.
yeah. I mean, so outside of like Tatum and like Brown,
Mm-hmm.
who would like who would you say like the X factor should be or would be or should be? I say like would it be? You think it was it be White? Would it be maybe Al Horford to stretch out the floor,
Mm-hmm.
give you the rebounds, or Robert Williams have you on the board? Like who would outside of those two? Obviously, like Brown and Pam are going to feed off each other.
Sure.
So outside of those two, or maybe I'll say three because Horford he can. Well, he's I guess he would say prime Horford. He would you can't really count him to not down to three, but he's been kind of inconsistent a little bit here and there. But if he's open, he'll knock down to three.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you can put him as a third superstar in the team, or Mark Smart to give you that push on defense. Like he's gonna be the X factor, the one that will step up behind Tatum and Brown.
So I think, kind of like you said, Tatum and Brown, we know we're going to get. At this point, I kind of put Marcus Smart into that group of we know what we're going to get from him. So I think outside of those three, I think the key is going to be Rob Williams because with Adebayo for Miami, we know Adebayo lives around the rim. He's really good at cleaning up the glass. If Robert Williams
Mm-hmm.
can be down there, create some second chance opportunities, I think that'll be big in this series as well. Also, on the other end, grabbing rebounds so that Adebayo doesn't do the same and give Miami second chance because that's where Miami can kill you as well. If you force Butler into a tough perimeter shot, but then Adebayo gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out really quickly, that's where they can get like Kyle Lowry, the open three. Even though I think at this point last year in the playoffs, Kyle Lowry really took a dip as that conference finals went along because he's an older player and all that. But now that they're forced to have Duncan Robinson back in the rotation, he's another guy who can knock down an open three, and you don't want to necessarily get him into a rhythm. So I think Robert Williams would be the key, both on the offensive glass and the defensive glass for the Celtics.
Gosh. So what do you think about last night's game? The first game of the Denver. Like came back a little bit, and then they kind of like Rory Hachimura kind of stepped up in that role. The thing about starting him game 2, I think at one point it was like 3-point game, and then I guess Denver just they. I mean, people think the Lakers had a bad game, but they really didn't. I mean, AD had 40 and 12.
But they did.
But I think Joker's double in the rebounds, like AD's game. Like,
I think last night was more of a,
they needed like I think D'Lo needed to step up, like his shots.
I think the box score kind of lies about how that game went last night. Because the part of the game that I paid attention to was when Denver built the big lead. How did they get there? Because the reason why the Lakers kind of came back in that game was because Denver stopped doing what got them the big lead. What got Denver the big lead was they played with a lot of pace. The Lakers can play with pace, but the Lakers like to do it periodically because, with LeBron being 38, he conserves his energy for later in the game to really go and try to get the win late. Denver came out with every rebound, Jokic pushing up the floor, Murray pushing it up the floor, and Jokic being the best low post player the Lakers have played so far, he did a lot more down low that the Lakers hadn't seen so far in the playoffs. Because if you double Jokic, he's really good passing out of it. If you leave him on single coverage, for the most part, he's going to score. Davis did get a couple of blocks on him, which was, really good defense by Anthony Davis. But for the most part, even though, AD had more points than Jokic, Jokic was clearly the best player on the floor last night. And, they had strong games from Jamal Murray, KCP, who, a lot of Lakers fans were on KCP for the comment he made about wanting to play the Lakers and all that. KCP backed it up last night. I mean, we know the former the last person to do that, Dylan Brooks, completely disappeared in that series. KCP showed up. I kind of feel like Aaron Gordon can play better, but no, he wasn't terrible last night. But it was just wild that with AD having 40, 10, and like 5 assists or something, that performance was like dwarfed by what Jokic did out there. The Lakers definitely need more from D'Angelo Russell. That's a given. But I think if Denver comes out in game 2, plays the way they did for about, I don't know, the first half and like half of the third quarter, Lakers might be in trouble. But as I kind of told you the other day, you can't necessarily overreact to game 1. Game 2 is now where Ham has to make adjustments, whether it is starting Hachimura and then putting AD off the ball in terms of Jokic when he's in the paint. But Malone's also going to make adjustments as well. I think if Malone can get Denver playing, 100% full speed all game, which I know is kind of tough to do, but I think that's where Denver can give the Lakers a lot of problems, because the Lakers defensively like to pack the paint, and they're fine giving up perimeter shots because the Lakers want to clean up the boards. But this is also another thing I told you the other day. If you look at the perimeter players Memphis, the Warriors have, I think Denver has the best group out of the 3 teams. Because Jamal Murray, very good on the perimeter. Porter Jr. is very good out there. Even Aaron Gordon, if you try to close out on him, Aaron Gordon can dribble by you, finish at the rim. Where the Warriors got into trouble was Poole and Thompson gave you nothing on the perimeter. That helped the Lakers win that series. Memphis, we already know. They basically let Dylan Brooks shoot whenever he wanted to, and Dylan Brooks couldn't throw it in the ocean. So I want to see what Ham does about that. I want to see what the players do about that on the court, because on the court they have to realize they can't just sag in the lane against this Denver team and think they're going to win 4 games out of 7. So I get it that
Teams like, how about
I
them
get it that the Lakers
Nuggets?
made the comeback, but I still say Denver impressed me by miles with what they did for the first like 2.5 quarters. Because that looked like the Lakers looked like they didn't even belong on the court at times for stints during the run where Denver was really putting a lot of pressure on them. So I want to see
Yeah,
Denver
dude,
play like that for 48 minutes.
Darvin Ham and cheese sandwich. So I'm gonna go to Gene's comments real quick. Darwin, got them Nuggets. Be sure that. I hit comment. He didn't get a link, but I sent him like 5 links, but I don't know if he. So I think he's coming on, but I think he said he didn't get a link. So he said he sent me an email. I mean, I think you the same link, and you got it. I'm not. I mean, I know he's the OG, so he's kind of getting used to the technology. But I sent him like 6 different links. So, Darwin Ham and cheese sandwich. Malone makes no adjustments. Lakers in 4. I don't know if that's a trolling comment or he doesn't make any really adjustments.
I'm assuming it's a troll because the Lakers can't win it in 4 anymore.
He said Lakers in game 1. So Gene says you got to really look at it from this perspective. If you delete the first half before they made the RU, I think that's the real game. Lakers really won game 1. I mean, is that another troll comment, or you think that's if you delete that first?
That's a troll. Although that's the way like ESPN's looking at the game, which I think was why I had to turn that off, because I get it that the game got close at the end, but that was literally because Denver stopped playing the way that they were playing in the first half. If they kept that up, this is easily a 20-point win for Denver. I expect them to do that in game 2 because they learned from game 1, at least I hope they learned from game 1, that when they slow the game down, they get careless with the ball. That feeds into what the Lakers, can counteract and actually hang with Denver. What do you think about it?
What did you think about LeBron and AD laughing and drinking in the presser? I mean, I haven't watched the presser. I don't drinking what alcohol or just.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's probably water, Gatorade, something like that. Well, I mean, I guess what they're trying to project is that they're not worried about it. It's just game 1. We'll be fine.
I'm not worried about game 1 either. I mean, yeah, obviously we want to steal game 1, but I mean, I'm not. The series not over by any means.
I just don't like the way the Lakers matched up. It looks like alcohol. Oh, maybe okay, but I just don't like the way.
Maybe LeBron Lobos, whatever.
I mean, hey, if that's what they want to do. That's all up to them. But it's like I don't like the way it looked when the game was pushing 30 for the lead for Denver. It looked like the Lakers were too slow. It looked like they couldn't match up defensively. It looked like they didn't know what to do with Jokic. And yes, I get it. When Hachimura was on him in the second half, it worked to the Lakers' advantage. But I'm pretty sure Jokic is smart enough to now adjust to Rui being on him instead of AD. Because Jokic is a pretty smart basketball player. So, like I said, game 2 is going to be about who wins that adjustment battle. Does Rui starting off on Jokic completely take Jokic out of his game, which I doubt it will? Or does Jokic counteract the Rui aspect of it and still have a big game? If that happens, then Ham's going to be looking at the bench like, well, what do I do with this guy? But I mean, Jordan, I think you kind of said earlier that you're not sweating it. You like the Lakers making the comeback and all that. But when the game was like 25-26 and the Lakers were down, what were you thinking about the Lakers and how they were playing?
When it was 25-26? Or
yeah, like when Denver had the big lead and you were watching it, like what were you thinking about how the Lakers were playing?
I mean, they Um, let me see. 1 second. 1 second. Trying to pull this up real quick. How do you? Because I'm trying to. Because I want to after this. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna talk about the. Okay, there you go. All right, so I had that up. So I felt pretty confident that we were gonna, take at least a lead. Um, but I think the Joker was just dominating in the paint, getting the rebounds, passing the ball, getting the ball out. I mean, Jokic, I think Brett said it or Ian said it in the chat last night. Like, it's crazy how Jokic is gonna have like a full-on heart attack on the court, but he still puts up freaking 50 points. Like, because obviously that air in Denver is kind of like it's thick. So I feel like players look gassed on both teams like early because like that. But like you said, Denver's used to like that altitude, and Lakers, like you say, probably practice a few days prior to get used to the air. But you can tell people were gassed early, like you can tell people were breathing kind of heavily. Jokic was doing it, like he was looked like he was out of it. But
That's Jokic. Jokic is a big guy. He just is.
He is a big.
So he's always gonna look like
he's
like he's about to have a heart. Yeah, he looks like that all the time, but he's just crafty. He's really skilled, and he knows the limits of his body and his athleticism. He doesn't do anything too crazy. He stays within himself. But also something I did find that was a little troubling was there was a few times where Jokic beat AD off the dribble. I don't think that should happen with AD being athletically better than Jokic.
Yeah, there's some plays where Jokic
are the rim on him. I was like,
yeah, there's some plays where AD was like he's lost on defense. Like there's some plays where he was just lost. But that's his adjustments, man. I think that's why I don't think it's over. This game is series over because like obviously they can look at the tape, see what they did wrong. Maybe put Rory in because I think Rory would really help in the starting rotation because he can kind of relieve especially on defense, he can relieve like that pressure off of AD, and AD can help defense because Jokic he had a couple turnovers because we dropped him on defense. He threw the ball away a couple times. But I think the X factor, I think outside of like Jamal Murray and I think it's Michael Porter Jr., man. They need to find an answer for him too, because if all your attention is focused on Jokic and Murray, then Porter's gonna be wide open for the 3 year
Just off of last night, you might have to find an answer for KCP too. He dropped 20 plus as well.
Yeah, our role players play pretty good. I mean, AR-15 made shots when he needed to. I have to look at the stat line for like our bench, but Schroeder had a couple good plays. But I mean, obviously,
so if you're starting Hachimura, who you pushing to the bench then?
Let me see. Put my ESPN out real quick. So Davis started LeBron James. So I put D'Lo at the 1, of course. I put Schroeder at the 2.
Okay.
And then I put LeBron at 3, right at the 4, and then AD at the 5. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna take LeBron at the lineup because he's gonna be like he did good blocked shots. Was controlling the post. He really was like the man of the game in the first quarter, or second quarter. He was just carrying the team, and finally AD kind of stepped in. LeBron had 26 and 12. He was 0 for 4 from the 3-point line, but he was 9 for 16 from the 9 for 16 from the field goal. I mean, AD had 40 and 10, 1 for 1 from the 3-point line at 14 for 23. But looking at, I definitely moved Schroeder because he had 6 points. But Russell had
D'Lo had 8. And D'Lo's supposed to be D'Lo's supposed to be the third guy offensively.
I'm
I
surprised
don't care.
they don't
I
play
don't
like
care about Schroeder's points necessarily because he's not a big scoring
trying to
threat to
score,
me.
but he usually goes to the paint and drives, gets the foul call.
Eh,
Sometimes that's what he does.
I wouldn't rely on that from him.
Oh no, I'm just saying that's what he does. He doesn't really score. He just drops to the paint when he's like off the baseline.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, if I'm a Lakers fan, I'm looking at the box score. I'm worried more about D'Angelo Russell's line than Schroeder's line.
Yeah, he has to step up, D'Lo. I'm surprised I don't really play Malik Beasley. I know he's a good 3-point shooter.
He's
I mean, I'll
streaky,
see him.
and if he's
Like,
not
I'll
hitting the
see
three, what else does he give you?
or Lonnie Walker. Like he had a big couple games last series. Vanderbilt, he didn't play. Well, he had 10 minutes, but he didn't play. Well, he had 1 rebound and 1 assist
I
and
brought that
3
up to you the other day
personal
as well.
fouls.
It seems like for all of the hype Lakers fans felt with the Vanderbilt move, Darvin Ham's not sold on him.
Yeah, because in the playoffs, you want to play your best players, you know. And I mean, I know Vanderbilt was a part of that package, that trade package, and he
Yeah.
was supposed to be like that lengthy guy that we needed. But when the players are producing, I mean, like when your best player, you have to just roll with them. But I feel like I think Darwin Ham might put Rory in that rotation. I don't know how he's going to do it. He might put D'Lo at the one. Or, well, I put Braun, but he plays the big man position because he can take the ball off the court. But I put for D'Lo at the one, AR at the two, LeBron at the three, yeah, Rory at the four, and AD at the five, and so all the pressure on the offense and defense doesn't really fall on AD. Because I mean, when Rory was helping out on defense, like
Yeah, that's a good point.
AD
I still
was
think Denver
like on the
defensively.
back doors.
I think Denver defensively creates matchup issues with that lineup.
But you
that
can
just
tell, like
called.
Denver gets too. But you can tell, I mean, it's stats speaks for itself. The game speaks for itself. Like you can tell, Denver was kind of like getting too complacent with the lead. That's why Lakers almost came back. Like
They had a 25-point lead. They were cruising.
and they blew it almost damn near.
Almost doesn't get
It was
you
like,
a series win.
but I'm saying like Lakers need to take advantage of that and take the lead because like that's what happened against the Phoenix Suns, like that game where they won that game and Denver kind of like it was back and forth, and then KD and Booker went off, like so. Denver gets too comfortable with the lead. So
that's any team. I guarantee if you flip it around, if you get to game 3 and the Lakers have a lead like that, I guarantee you Denver makes a run in the same fashion. I'm not even worried about that part because when it came down to it, and the Lakers got to within 3. LeBron took the 3 with a chance to tie it. He missed it. And then what happened from there? I think Denver went on a little mini run, pushed it back to 8. And then Lakers fought back, got it back down to like 4. Denver pushed it. So they had their chance to tie it. They blew it. And then Denver came back and took control again. So I'm not worried about that part. Because if you look at the Denver stat line, this is why, the Denver matchup doesn't necessarily work for them. Aaron Gordon gave you 12. Porter Jr. gave you 15. Jokic 34. Murray 31. KCP 21. Bruce Brown 16. Bruce Brown probably was the surprise offensively, but Bruce Brown brings a lot of energy. And that's why I keep trying to say with this Lakers team, athletic teams can give the Lakers problems. Denver's an athletic team outside of Jokic because Jokic isn't like athletically gifted, but because of his unselfishness, he gets those other guys in rhythm. Right. So now Lakers defensively have more things to worry about, which is why I also told you the other day, Memphis and Golden State didn't really get them prepared to face a team like Denver. You go up against Memphis, what's your focus defensively? Stop Ja Morant. That's about it. And we saw in that series, Desmond Bane went off, but then it became Desmond Bane was the only guy who could score and nobody else could. That's why the Lakers won. Against Golden State, usually you have to stop Curry and Thompson. Thompson was awful in that series. So then it became just Curry. Curry couldn't do it all.
Right.
They win that series. So I want to see what they do against a Denver team that could come at you with 3-4 guys who could drop 20, 25 on a random night.
True.
But yeah,
true.
I'm not calling the series over yet. I mean, I still sticking with my Nuggets pick, but I'm not going to count it as a series win because of last night.
It's all about like adjustments for Lakers.
I'm worried about how many adjustments the Lakers can necessarily make in this series.
Then again, the Lakers, I mean, other than like their role players like D'Lo and Schroeder, like they had a good game. Like LeBron had 26 and 12. AD had more points than Jokic.
Scores lying about some of these players. Yeah, LeBron had 26 at the end of the game. Sure. How did it look? Like I said, the first half of the third quarter.
Yeah, LeBron kind of carried the team in the first, second quarter. Yeah, but he was like kind of like everywhere. He was, in the post and making plays, dunking and blocking shots. AD was kind of like
they were
slow
down 20 something. That's why I'm like, I don't know how.
And then Denver lost the lead, I guess, or not lost the lead, but lost like they kind of lost like momentum, and then Lakers kind of picked it up.
They got comfortable and were riding the clock out. That's fine.
Even Mike Malone was like, I think Malika Andrews asked him at halftime. He asked him, "What do you think about the Lakers? Streak?" And he was like, "Oh, I mean, we can't be complacent. I mean, they can come back."
That's coach speak. Any coach would say that at halftime in that situation. I'm not worried about that either. Because the reason why 20-point leads aren't that big of a deal is because of the 3-point line. Would you say the Lakers are a really good 3-point shooting team? I wouldn't. If I'm looking at the 3-point line for the Lakers, Reeves was 5 of 9. He's a guy I know can shoot from out there. D'Angelo Russell is 0 for 3.
Yeah, like he could. I mean, D'Lo can shoot. He's just not hitting.
Yeah, but D'Lo's too streaky for me, so I don't even know what I'll get from him game in and game out. Schroeder was 2 for 2. Fine, whatever. LeBron 0 for 4. And AD, I can't remember the last time I seen AD shoot a 3, to be honest with you. So when he shot it last night, I was surprised by that.
1 for 1, yeah.
But if you get a big enough lead, the Lakers aren't built to play that way. The Lakers are built keeping it close or having the lead themselves because they're really good with the lead.
Well,
they play.
I know Denver's more athletic than the Warriors. Didn't they blow them out like 21, like 127 to like 90 something? With Curry and Clay.
We're talking about
Wiggins.
2 different teams.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I know
we're talking about 2 different teams.
I know Denver's more athletic, but you're saying that Lakers are so used to like.
I have more faith in Denver's collective roster than I did in Golden State.
Oh yeah. Well, before I said that, I said I know they're different rosters. I know they're different, but you said that Lakers are so used to playing close games, but that wasn't a close game when they blew them out. And Curry had a triple-double that game?
Yeah, he was the only guy who did anything. It's easy for the Lakers to beat one guy. Most teams can do that.
That's true.
It's when you're dealing with teams that are 4 or 5 deep in terms of scoring and all that. That's where I don't know how well. You got a prediction for the biggest game of the season so far?
I don't know who Mystery Sauce is, but I guess he's.
Which game are you talking about, Mystery Sauce?
I don't know who Mystery Sauce is, man, but thank you for.
Oh, you're talking about. Is it talking about Real Madrid, Man City?
Is this the guy that had the?
Yeah, is this the same one that had from like a couple weeks ago?
Is this the guy that? Wait, just to confirm, are you the guy that had the Ronaldo Messi question?
I think this is somebody different.
Oh shit!
But I mean, while they answer that, I guess for a quick aside, because he did say
Man City versus Real Madrid. Let me see.
It might just be another.
It
might be just another soccer fan in the chat. Oh, he changed his name. Okay, so it is him.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I thought you forgot about us, man. What's going on, my brother?
Yes, I mean I cannot wait for that game. I'm sticking with Man City, and I still say the winner of Man City Real Madrid is going to win the Champions League. I think Man City gets it in the second leg because I think Real Madrid missed an opportunity in the first leg with it being at home for them. If they could have gotten like a little 2-goal lead going back to Man City, I might feel better about them. But I think Man City probably wins today like 2-1. Yes, I saw those goals. I thought they were both great, even though they spent probably too much time on De Bruyne's goal. Although De Bruyne's goal was just a masterpiece. Vinicius Junior's goal was just as good. Um, those are two players I really like watching. De Bruyne is one of my favorite players to watch in the Premier League. Kind of the reason why I pay a lot of attention to Man City. But yeah, contrasting that game to the Battle of Italy between AC Milan and Inter Milan, like Real Madrid, Man City is the Champions League final. I mean, the Battle of the Milans was nothing compared to those two. Whoever wins tonight beats Inter Milan easily. I definitely agree with that.
Wait, so like when do they play Man City? Did
they play at 3 o'clock? They play the second leg at 3 o'clock. Inter Milan beat AC Milan yesterday to move on to the final, so they're waiting to see who they'll play. But yeah, out of Man City and Real Madrid, they'll blitz Inter Milan in the Champions League final.
Yeah, mystery. Stay in the stream. I'm gonna talk about this one thing real quick for the I can't wait. Over 800 million people gonna be watching tonight. Apparently,
yes.
Hey man, that's a lot of eyes. But Mr. Stay in this stream. While I'm gonna talk to Kyle about this NBA draft lottery thing. We're gonna go over like the top 10 or top 14, and then we're gonna go back to the soccer so we can answer that question you've been waiting for. The debate, Real Madrid or
yes.
Ronaldo Messi, so you don't forget.
I'll make sure to answer the Ronaldo Messi thing before I gotta go. I'll definitely answer that
before you go. So definitely stay in the stream, man. Mystery Sauce. We can. I'm gonna show this on the screen.
Loving the soccer talk.
Definitely.
My first love as a sports fan.
All right, man. So we all know while we were on the string for the big three, the NBA draft lottery came by. I mean, they do have like the top. They had the 14th through like 58. We're not gonna do all of them. We're just gonna do like the top. We're gonna do the top, I guess, 14. So we all know San Antonio got number one.
Outside the top 14, the only
thing. I guess we start. I guess we can start from the.
Start from the bottom. Go up.
Oh, you can go ahead.
No, I was about to say that outside the top 14,
bottom, so New Orleans got number 14.
Picks we know about are the other teams that, because the rest of the lottery, I mean the rest of the draft order is decided by playoff teams, so we know where most of them will be picking. It's just the last 4 teams that are in it. We don't know where they'll pick necessarily. That's all I was gonna say.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say for New Orleans at number 14, got the 14th pick. Toronto got 13. OKC got 12, so they might get another young superstar, young star, or a young player, or a chance to get a player. I don't know who, because I don't know who, other than like they could. Orlando, got at 11, got 11th from Chicago. Dallas got 10. Utah got 9. The 9th pick.
It's even worse now.
Right. 8. The Washington got the 8th pick. Indiana got 7th. Orlando got 2 picks in the first round. At number 6 and number 11. Well, 11 from Chicago. They should. 4. So now we're getting to like the top lottery. 4 got Houston. Portland number 3. Charlotte number 2, and then all we know. I mean, we all knew San Antonio would be number 1, and they're gonna get Wemby. So he definitely deserves that. Let me just take it off the screen.
all I'll say is if I'm Orlando, I package 11-6, move up to 2 or 3. I think between Charlotte and Portland, one of those teams could move out. If not, I don't know if it'd be worth it to get up to 4 necessarily. Because Detroit fans, look, I was looking around Twitter and YouTube, and a lot of Detroit fans were upset that they came in 5th for the lottery because a lot of them were hoping they were going to get Wembanyama. But I could also say Detroit's been kind of mediocre for like 10 years now. I don't know when Wembanyama fixes all their problems anyway, but that's all I had to say about that.
Yeah, Wembanyama, I mean, he's definitely gonna get that number 1 pick. But that's very interesting that you put out like Orlando could package those trades up, and then
as young as their team is, I'm not picking 2 other young guys at 11-6. I'm packaging them and moving somewhere, whether it's to bring in a guy who I don't know maybe fills a need necessarily, but is like an established player, or I'm moving up to get a prospect that they're targeting that probably won't fall to 6.
Got you. Yeah, our mystery sauce. I think it's still in here. I don't know if it's still in here or not. I believe you are, because you had the Mbappe comment, and Mbappe and Wembanyama had how France has 2 of the best players, young players in the world. Like that is crazy. Like, I mean, like both generational talents. I'm gonna put this comment up because I mean let's just put this in perspective. Like Mbappe, like what he did in like the World Cup against Argentina. I mean, I know they lost, but I mean the fact that like it was like the France was down. Benzema didn't play; he was hurt. A lot of I don't think Paul Pogba played. I don't think he was hurt. So the way that Mbappe kind of carried France on their shoulders, man, is crazy. And I mean, since I'm half Haitian, since Haitian was a part of France, I kind of was cheering for France. Yeah, he scored he scored like 2 back-to-back goals to tie the game, and then they went back. I think it was a penalty kicks. I think so. The fact that 2 of the greatest like I know different sports, but 2 of the most generational like athletes to come from France is big because I mean France is like when Ronaldo and Messi hang it up. I don't know when that is, but they're Mbappe's gonna be the next superstar, and if he's not really yet, but he's gonna be the next one that people are gonna be talking about like for years and years to come because he is a superstar, man. Like and like but Vinny Jr. is catching up.
I was about to say Vinicius
Haaland,
Jr. is a really talented young player, and Haaland, what he's doing in the Premier League, he's going to be up there in the conversation for best players in the world as well. Because what Haaland is doing in Man City is downright superhero type stuff he's doing over there.
Like, Haaland, he's the one with like he was the one that like is the blonde guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The blonde, tall. What is his national team?
I believe he's Swedish. He's either Swedish
or he didn't play in the World Cup though. I think.
His team I don't believe qualified.
But he's the one.
I keep getting his country wrong. Norway. I knew it was either Sweden, Norway, or Finland, but I knew it wasn't Finland. Yeah, he's Norway.
Norway.
Yeah. But the minute he went to Man City, like that team, it was like a cheat code. Because you watch him weekend in, weekend out in the Premier League, it's like nobody can stay with him. He just finds ways of creating those runs into the box that he gets on the end of headers. You put at his feet, he can create and score. So when Messi, Ronaldo go out the way, yes, Mbappe is going to be up there, but Haaland's going to be right there. And, as Mr. Sauce said as well, Vinicius Jr., like, if you get a chance to watch Real Madrid play, just pay attention to Vinicius Jr. He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But I do have a question for Mystery Sauce. Do you think Mbappe, because Mbappe is still with PSG, you think he kind of needs to go somewhere else to maybe? Because I know a lot of people would probably want him in Premier League or something because Premier League is seen as the best league in the world. But I just wanted to know what you thought, whether or not he needs to make a move like that for his career.
That's a good question. I mean, I've always thought that too because like Messi leaving. I mean, obviously Messi or Mbappe wants to be that next superstar on that team, but I mean, they still have Neymar, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I say I don't know.
Mbappe
I
will
don't know.
go Madrid after Vinicius.
Wherever he goes, he's gonna get that bank, man.
But you can make money. You can go, because like the world class teams in the world, like Mr. Saw said, if you go Real Madrid, that's like top level. If you go to a club like Man City, you go to like Juventus is up there, but Italian league is kind of. Yeah, if Mbappe went to Real Madrid and he's playing like alongside Vinicius Jr. or something like that'd be a crazy duo to have up top there.
For sure.
Because like the way PSG is viewed is just like they've had Neymar, Messi, Mbappe. They've had
who is this? Who is it? Cavani?
Is Cavani there?
Well, he used. I'm saying like past roster. See Cavani, the dude with the long hair, the headband. Oh man, that'd be.
I think
yeah, he played on. I think he played on PSG. He played on. I think he played on Man United with Ronaldo. Cavani, he's like a midfielder, striker.
Yeah, I know who Cavani is. I was trying to think if he was at PSG. He might actually be. Yeah, he might be there. Yeah.
Yeah, like you just naming. I was like, yeah, they had Cavani at one point.
Yeah, PSG is just seen as a GOAT team in a league that can't really compete with them. So it's almost unfair that all those guys are on one team in that league. Where if he goes to Real Madrid, you're dealing with Barcelona and other squads in La Liga that at least the competition bumps up there. And I feel like Mbappe at this point could benefit from a move to a more competitive league. But yeah, Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, Rodrigo, that'd be scary. That's a good point. I mean, I would love to see the Champions League games come on like 7, 8 o'clock, and but when it comes on 3, I still watch it.
It's coming on in soon, right? Like 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So wait, Mr. Sostin, where are you coming from? If you
I think it's from England, right?
Is it okay?
I think it's England.
Yeah, I was trying to remember.
I might be wrong though. Hey, Mister, you follow me on Twitch, right? Or you subscribe to the channel because I don't know. I don't track. I mean, I track my followers. I just don't know who's who. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, definitely follow and subscribe to the channel, man. Because I do play video games. I Twitch on there, or I stream on Twitch and everything. So definitely follow me, man. And, you're always, also in the comments. So I definitely, if I'm streaming my games, you definitely hop in the comments while I'm gaming too, because that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch too.
It says you're commenting on Twitch. I don't know if you do.
Yeah, it looks like Mr. Saucy, you like being on Twitch. I'm on Twitch as well over on Kaiser Gamer.
No, don't follow. Don't follow.
I actually play FIFA.
He's an asshole, man.
On stream. This dude over here is scared to play.
No.
FIFA,
Listen, right? I bought FIFA, right? And the other because I have Xbox, and remember I played with you, right? And because me and my cousin, we do game share. Because so if we get a game, we kind of split half on the game. So if I get a game, if I get FIFA, then he has FIFA, but he has to pay me. So he had to link his Xbox account to mine and vice versa. And I had the game in my library, but I went to go play and it said I don't own this game anymore. So I'm not sure what happened to my game.
I don't know.
And I heard, and for some reason on the Microsoft thingy, he said FIFA's rating is low. It's 3-star.
That's because y'all Xbox people don't know how to play FIFA, man.
Oh, okay. So you follow me when you're Aaron.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, the old name. Oh yeah, because
I know there was 2 Aarons. There was Aaron.
Yeah, that's when you had the 2 Aarons in the chat, and it was crazy. Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Sauce, look me up, Kaiser Gamer 84 on Twitch. I'll probably start streaming FIFA a little bit more, but I do play it a lot. And probably do some play-by-play soccer as well.
Before we both, definitely I'll I stream, so definitely hop in the chat. Have that. I don't know if on Twitch you have the post notifications on, so when I go live on Twitch streaming, or when I play, definitely hop in the chat, man. We can chat it up in the chat while I'm playing. But yeah, before we both go, we're gonna answer his question.
Yeah, Ronaldo versus Messi.
Yeah. Well, before we both answer, I want to hear Mystery Sauce's opinion on the GOAT, like who's the GOAT, because people, it's just like Jordan and LeBron debate. Like you grew up watching, like I grew up watching Ronaldo, you grew up probably watching Messi. So we kind of have different opinions. I mean, I think they're both legends. I gotta go, but I'll be back next stream to ask some more questions. Okay, so yeah, so I guess we'll hold the questions. That question for next stream. The Ronaldo question. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that game too. To be honest, like there's nothing else to watch until like the playoffs, NBA playoffs. So, but to watch that. But yeah, Mystery Man.
Teams of Champions League. It's a great game to watch.
Both
teams will be going forward. So if you have Paramount Plus, you can watch it on there. If not, I believe it is CBS Sports Network. I believe.
CBS, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tune in. But yeah, he said, "Hey fellas, the game's about to start, so I gotta go. But I'll be back next stream to ask some more questions. Yes, please, man, be active. Like you're awesome with that, man. All right. Well, with that being said, I mean,
I'll be doing more soccer content in terms of my podcast because I've done it kind of sparingly, but I do want to do a lot more in terms of soccer play, soccer, whatever. So that's all I was going to say about that. Because like I said, that was the first sport I played as a kid, so I've always had a affection for it, and I watch it like ridiculously a lot.
Yeah. I mean, if you need a guest on the soccer show, like I'll definitely be on. You know, I just want to guest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's kind of laggy. I don't know why, man.
I don't know. Do you have like other tabs open?
Probably like that? Do. Is that why?
It could be like one of the tabs might have like video or something running, and that could be messing with it. Could be, I guess, the speed of your internet. I don't know. Could be any number of factors.
Sometimes when I'm in my basement, it's always laggy, but I think it's good now. But yeah. I mean, I think Kami said he'll get on tomorrow. I mean, I might be busy. I might have an appointment for my doctor, and then but I might be free. I know you had the pregame pigskin, but we can definitely comment. Like we can definitely hop on tomorrow with comment for a little bit. He said he didn't get the link, so I don't know why he didn't get the link. I sent them like the link like 7 times to the right email. So he said tomorrow he's down to do the episode with me or with us. So if you're available, man, we can hop on for like 30 minutes or an hour, chop it up with him. I know he has some stories.
Well, I'll have to see with like Gene and Godfrey in terms of pregame pigskin because we might skip a week since there's nothing really going on in the NFL.
Nothing really going on. Gotcha.
So if we skip a week, then I should be available like later.
Because I know Comment had his show on Thursday too, so I'm pretty sure he wants to do it like
his show. His show's at like 8:30 or 9 or 8. Yeah, 8, I think. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he wants to do his episode like 8 o'clock. So he wants to get on mine like probably before that. So
yeah.
All right, man. Well, with that being said, I know this is a bonus episode. I know the actual episode we talked about NBA, all of that is out now on all platforms, on Apple Podcasts, everywhere, YouTube. Check that out. With that being said, I mean, I'm your host, Jordan John Wee. I got my boy Kyle Edward. Thank you for coming on, man. Saving my ass because I was by myself. And Comment, I was waiting for Comment to come on. And, but yeah, we're gonna be at tomorrow again, man. So it's my first time having back-to-back episodes. So I mean, I had the actual episode, then I had this bonus, and then I have another bonus episode. So I gotta stay consistent with this. So yeah, man. With that being said, I mean, it's another bonus episode of the JJ Sports Talk.
I will be doing live play-by-play tonight for Celtics Heat. So
check that out. Check that out on the Sports Empire Network.
YouTube, stop by. Yeah.
Oh, boy, are you doing play-by-play on your own channel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I mean,
I'll definitely.
Dante, I just don't know when yet.
Yeah. I mean, if you want me to, I can hop on the play-by-play with you, man, on your channel. Or are you doing it live? Or are you doing it just? Are you doing like a pre-recording?
No, I'm doing live. I'll be there as long as the game is, and I'll
Yeah. If
probably
you
stay on a
want
little
to,
after for a post game show.
yeah. If you want to invite me, man, I'll definitely stay on with you, man.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's around like 7, 8:30 ish, whatever.
I think the game tonight is 8:30. So yeah.
8:30. Yeah, definitely send me that link and I'll come on.
Okay. Yeah.
I could talk my Lakers crap on the stream, man.
I'll boot you off.
All right, bro. Well, with that being said, man, we are out. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for Mystery Soft for tuning in. Gene, Key in the chat.
Mhm.
Who else? Who else came in? I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, you came on the chat. All right, we are out. We are Mystery Soft, of course. All right, we are out.
All right, guys.